This time on the Paddock.
Damn.
It's unbelievable. The place is so cool.
We compete at VIR for the second race of the 2018 season. Good afternoon from Virginia International Raceway. This is Wednesday, load-in day. As you can see behind me, all the trucks, the trailers, the cars, the tents, the awnings, the people, everything is coming together today, right here, right now. So Nate, you've driven here once before? And Michael, you've never driven here before.
Hey, what does Michael not yet know that he'll soon find out about VIR?
So that's kind of why you do a track walk right there.
He's gonna shit himself when he goes in the S's for the first time.
So that's like $50, $100, $200, $300.
And hog pen. He's gonna have to be a man and go in hog pen really, really fast. You should be flat from here all the way up the hill. But aside from that, I think it'll be fun.
Goals for the session?
Get comfortable with the track, get comfortable with the competition, and basically set ourselves up for the best racing time. So I have been here before. I'm going to try to figure out where the lefts and the rights are. I just want to make sure that I'm able to drive the car this afternoon.
Alright, so I was out there and I was watching and then I didn't see you for a while, so what happened?
It's unfortunate, you know, Nate had a little bit of an off. He was pushing through Oak Tree, went a little bit too far left, got into the marbles and then into the grass, just had nothing. At that point just locked it up and sent it into the tire wall. Just put two wheels all and it pulled him to the outside and left rear hit first and then the front wrapped around. Working on pulling the bumper off right now and getting replacement parts for it.
Where do you get this stuff?
Of course, we'll start again with the trailer next door and dive in for some more parts. Unfortunate, but we'll get it back to racing.
Z, what's the strategy getting something like this back to condition?
Just make it go race, right? That's all.
Mostly cosmetic. I think we might have knocked the alignment out on the rear.
And the thing that fixes cosmetic damage the best is when it gets sprayed with champagne when we're in winter circle. So.
I've been doing this for like 20 years and it's very rare that I go to a new place and I'm like, holy shit, man, why haven't I come here earlier? And this is one of those places, like completely flat 3S's every single lap. It's unbelievable. The place is so cool.
I've never seen Michael so excited getting out of a car before.
Yeah, neither have I. The changes that we've made to the car have made the response better, and everybody likes the response. You know, you make an input and the car reacts to it.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to drive. It's not always better. It's usually a little harder on tires, but if the guy can physically drive the car to his limit better, then he's going to get more out of it.
So what, did you feel more confident this time around, or was it more
I had to
like...
build back into it.
Yeah, you settled in at like the 159s. I think there might be a 158 depending on timing and scoring, but
I kind of wish I came in and pushed the bar to full hard. That would have been good.
And so Z, how do you take what he says and translate that into actionables on the car?
I talked to our team engineer, Scott Best.
And does he just tell you that you're wrong the whole time? And,
Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly how
Okay.
it is.
No, he tells us the driver's wrong.
You just ignore him, right?
Standing here.
Right. Just
Mexican's
bouncing
thinking
off.
You know what I'm thinking of? Like, what beer am I going to have tonight? It's way more important for you.
He actually usually says there's nothing wrong with the car.
Scott says that usually? Yeah. How do
So
you?
I've actually got these dice that we've taken the numbers off of and just written like spring plus, spring minus, sway bar plus.
And you just throw it,
That's right.
and then hopefully
One of these days I'm going to
sticks.
graduate from like a 6-sided die to like an 18-sided die. It's going to be awesome.
So every time you just roll it and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're here in the rental van. Kyle Tilley, expert driver, in his natural habitat behind the wheel of a minivan. Pro photographer Houston Pittman in the back.
There is some golf cart for PWC out there, so don't run them over. I'll do my best.
And we are doing some car-to-car photos here. So here we go. So Kyle, are you used to having Michael Herzen in your rear view?
Yeah, this is not an unusual sight, but it is a little bit in a minivan.
How we do, Houston?
Good.
Yeah? No one fell out of the van, which is good? Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Practice session. We scrubbed some tires for the race. So we got the tire for I was 5th fastest.
P5 is probably right around where you want to be during practice. No, you don't get any trophies for first in practice, right? So you don't want to, number one, abuse your equipment, and you want to kind of drive a practice session like you would the long stint of the race, right? Not the last 2 laps of the race.
Michael had some issues with the car.
Something happened with your wheel. That was all that I know.
One of the tires rotated on the wheels, causing a pretty nasty vibration.
Any racing car will get a certain amount of slip on the tire versus the rim.
The heavy part of the tire and the weights were on the same side, so it just causes it to vibrate. And I was like, literally going down the back straight like that.
But even with that said, he was able to set the fastest sector 3 times.
So it's basically from the braking zone to the back straight, all the way down to start and finish. So through the roller coaster and the hog fence.
And we're all in the top 5 for all the sectors.
Talk a little bit about what it means to be in the top 5 in a field such as this.
These guys know what they're doing, and you know, I saw this on some of the social media this morning. It's like, yeah, VIR, my favorite track. It's like, I've never raced here, and so to be running lap times within even a second or two of someone who's very well-established pro driver and at one of their favorite tracks feels pretty awesome. I'm ready for a shower, and then I want some dinner, and I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm gonna get up early tomorrow and be a box of nerves, and I'm gonna take probably too long of a shower. I'm gonna have a hard time eating anything in the morning because I'm gonna have to eat before qualifying, but my stomach's gonna be a little upset because I'm gonna be qualifying. So it's like this, and it's like, when do you take a poop? Do you do it like before, or do you do it after? And I'm gonna have to put my sweaty suit on and go get weighed in. And then people are gonna make fun of me for being too skinny, and they're gonna say, oh look, you only weigh 75 kilos. Huh. And then that's it. That's the life. It's really, really tough life.
Good morning from PWC here at VIR. Cars are ready, crew is ready. It's just up to the drivers to get themselves mentally right before they get into the cars and ultimately go qualify.
I run through laps in my head. You sort of just basically run through a mental lap in your head, and you just do it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, we do.
P10.
Yeah, I got bumped up twice.
You were in traffic.
My 2 fast laps were I hit cars.
I was on a flying lap and caught a Miata in the hog pen, which compromised my speed onto the straight. Yeah, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
So the autograph session is happening behind me right now. As you can see, tons of people here, a lot of interest in getting autographs from the drivers. Nate had his 2 kids come by, which was probably the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. What's up? It was one of the coolest parts about the weekend, just to interact with the fans, have them meet the drivers, and realize that Michael and Nate are just normal people and they're not like total celebrities yet.
Green.
Basically had to go straight through the grass. And then the grass collected up there, then the car started overheating, the all lights started flashing on the south end, so I pulled up in the pits in the back and shut it down.
Yeah.
Past 3 people and
Join us next time for the next episode.
It's day 2 Sunday, race day. How are you prepared for the standing start?
I raced motocross for a lot of years. Every single race was a standing start. I'm pretty used to it. It's a crapshoot. You just gotta look at the lights and go for it.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'll let you know after the race. I haven't done one yet, so I don't really. I'm starting P10 right behind Michael. But I hope he gets a good start. If he doesn't, I'm going to push him right through.
They're up, lights are on, they're off, and we're green. It looks like everybody gets cleared. Oh, he's in major drama here, gets clipped a couple of ways. How much damage is there to that number 43? As Nate Vincent had an issue. I think he was side by side.
So sometimes you have good races and sometimes you have bad ones. This is in the latter category. But Crew Chief Z summed up our weekend better than I ever could.
Yeah, it was a rough one, buddy. It was a rough one, but you know, we'll learn from it and make adjustments and carry on at the next one.
Next time on the Paddock.
It's the biggest event we've ever had. Memorial Day weekend at Lime Rock Park.